Namaste, my loves. Welcome to the mat. My name is Bethany and I am the Yogi Witch, and thank you for joining me on the mat today as we celebrate the beauty that is the new moon. So the new moon is all about reflection. It's all about contemplation, finding a little bit of relaxation and finding some peace. So today's flow is going to be a restorative yoga flow. Very minimal movements, not that many poses. We are going to set ourselves up with hopefully a bolster or a pillow if you have one available, and we are going to start to find some inner peace within the body, peace within the poses as we honor this beautiful new moon. So like I said, you're going to need some props. You can grab yourself a bolster, you can grab yourself a pillow. But when you are ready, my darlings, Luna and I will meet you back here so we can find a little bit of peace. Okay, so we're going to begin today's flow by setting up our little sacred space. So maybe you have some favorite candles burning, some incense. I've got some lavender incense just to kind of ignite that sensation, those feelings of calmness and of relaxation. If you have any sage or Palo Santo, maybe you begin to light it now, starting to cleanse your space with its healing smoke. But if you don't have any in your practice today or in your space, that's okay. I'm going to start burning mine, and just know that I'm sending this cleansing smoke all the way from my mat to yours as we meet here to honor this new moon as a collective coven from all walks of life, from all over the world. So just starting to inhale wherever you are, this smoke that I'm sending from my mat to yours as we cleanse the space of any negative or stagnant energy, anything that has been weighing us down or keeping us stuck in one place. And then from wherever you are, whichever seated position you find yourselves in, you're going to take a beautiful deep inhale through the nose. And a slow exhale all the way out. From here, we're going to bring these big toes to touch. Take the knees wide. Now it's your choice, yogi's choice. You can grab a bolster or a pillow and allow yourselves to lie on that. Or maybe you kind of are searching for a more intense pose today, and you can just begin to move to your child's pose without the bolster or this pillow to support. Bringing this forehead low to the mat, just let the arms hang heavy. Maybe giving yourselves a couple of moments just to shuffle yourself into this pose. And we're just going to give ourselves a few moments in our child's pose just to ground ourselves. So whether or not you're using a bolster or a pillow, or maybe that chest is on the floor, etc., wherever you are, you're going to acknowledge how proud you are you came to the mat today. And you're going to start to acknowledge the reasons why you came to the mat. Maybe using this time in our grounding pose to set yourself an intention for this new moon, for this flow for the month ahead. As we stay here for one more minute, inhaling in the nose and exhaling all the way back out. And maybe if that forehead is in the mat, you begin to roll it from side to side, massaging the space between the eyebrows. Waking up that third eye. As I said, the new moon is a time of reflection. So let's open up this third eye, letting it bring us wisdom, letting this bring us clarity for any questions we might be asking. And then from here, we take a beautiful deep inhale. And on your exhale, you're going to walk these hands all the way over to the left-hand side of your mat. Right hand stays where it is. And you're going to slide the left arm as if you're reaching for something at the back of the mat, creating almost like a C shape. On your inhale, we move both arms back into the center. Walk over to the right-hand side. Left hand stays where it is. Slide the right hand down the back of the mat as if you're reaching for something. Beautiful. Walk the right hand back into the center, and from here we're going to slide those hip bones up and move straight away to our puppy pose. So keeping those hip bones stacked on top of the knees, you're going to allow this chest to relax. The mat may be coming to the forehead or maybe coming to the chin, depending how your spine feels today. It can be quite an intense pose, so we're just going to hold it for 10 breaths, inhaling in and out the nose. Keeping those inhales and those exhales nice and gentle here, my loves. And then with control, we're going to tuck these toes, slide the hands next to the face as we inhale to lift to our tabletop. And very gently from here, we're going to begin to work through our cat-cow stretches. So inhaling to drop the chest and gaze all the way forward. Hold it here for 1 breath. And on your next exhale, bring the chin into the chest, tuck the tailbone under, move to your cat. And we're just going to take this movement a few more times, making really slow and steady movements. Today's flow is all about restorative yoga. We're not rushing. We're taking our time, scanning our body, checking in with how we're feeling. Beautiful. And then when you're ready from here, you're going to take those knees all the way over to the left hand side of your mat. Bring the sit bones into the floor, and you're going to take hold of your bolster or your pillow, or maybe if you feel better without, you can do it without. But you're going to bring it in to the top of the right hip, knees face over to the left hand side. And from here we take a beautiful deep inhale, and on our exhale we're going to pivot this body so we lie down on the bolster and take our gaze over to the right hand side. So coming in to a bit of a spinal twist here, and we're going to hold this twist for about, let's say, 3 minutes, just to create a bit of space in the body, in that spine. So all you got to do here is lose yourself with your breath, feeling every inhale and feeling every exhale. If you recognize that the mind's wandering away from you, that's okay. We are human after all, so just acknowledge it with kindness and with compassion before bringing it back to this sacred space on your mat. Embracing this peaceful energy of the new moon. wherever you are, take a deep inhale through the nose. On your exhale, slide the hands to the mat, gently rolling the body off your pillow or your bolster. And we're simply going to switch sides. So move those knees over to the right hand side, bringing this bolster into the top of the left hip this time as we inhale. And then exhale, find your way to the supported spinal twist. Once again, taking a deep inhale through the nose. And on your exhale, hands come to the mat, press into the palms to lift the chest all the way up. And this time, we're going to send the knees forward, bringing this bolster into the back of the hips as we relax all the way into our supported fish pose. Maybe you straight away bring those legs into butterfly legs to get a bit of a hip opener. Arms come down by your side. And as this is quite a deep heart opener and hip opener, it's a pose that aligns all your chakras. You can choose the energy you'd like to focus on in this pose. So if you're in need of healing today, then keep those palms flipped up towards the sky, drawing in the energy of the sun, of the stars, of the moon. Or if you're in need of rebalancing after maybe a stressful week, maybe a stressful month, a bit of strength in your day-to-day life, you can flip those palms into the ground to connect with the earth beneath you. But wherever you are, we're going to hold this pose, aiming to stay here for 3 minutes, feeling every inhale and every exhale. It can be quite intense for the hips to have these legs and butterfly legs, so you are welcome to bring these knees together and extend the legs flat. Modifying this pose any way that you need to make it most comfortable for you and your practice. that mind is wandering away from you, bring it back to your breath. Aim to send those inhales all the way to the base of the belly, pushing past that barrier that might be in the diaphragm, preventing your air getting all the way to the belly. As we stay here for 10 more inhales and 10 more exhales. When you're ready, we take a beautiful deep inhale through the nose. And very, very slowly on your exhale, you can begin to bring these knees together. Pressing into the palms, into the forearms. You're going to roll this body off your bolster or your pillow, maybe your block, and immediately forward fold over your knees, giving yourself a little bit of self-love here. Sometimes a fish pose or any sort of back bend opens up that heart chakra and can allow for a lot of emotions that maybe you've been avoiding rise to the surface. So just giving yourself a gorgeous, nourishing and healing hug here. Most especially if you've come to the mat today feeling overly anxious or lost. Letting this new moon bring you clarity to any situations that have been troubling you. Letting it bring you peace to your heart, to your mind, to your soul. On your next inhale, you're going to lift the head all the way up. And we're simply going to find this bolster, this pillow once more. And we're going to bring it all the way to the back of the hips. So moving into some of my favorite restorative poses. So having a bit of faith in your body, you're going to roll onto this bolster, but we're not going to make it come to the base of our spine. We want it at the top of the hips. So lift those hip bones up and allow the body to rest on it. From here, let's move to our candle pose by taking the legs to the sky. And now these legs don't have to be straight. They can have a slight bend in the knee, nice and natural. Now the hands can rest on the bolster or maybe by the side of the mat. We're just going to let these legs flow effortlessly. Maybe they sway, maybe you take some ankle rolls. Anything that feels good to you. But aiming to hold here for 1 more minute. Feeling those legs grow more and more tired and relaxed. Letting them feel light as a feather as you float them in the sky. Taking any movement here that feels good to you. Maybe you're starting to feel the vibrations in the legs. The longer you leave them here. And then maybe if it feels good to you, you can start bringing those legs closer. If you have plow pose, you can press into your bolster or your pillow, flex the feet and let those toes come to the mat overhead. If you don't have plow pose in your practice today, then simply stay resting on the bolster. But wherever you are, we're going to hold for 5 breaths. In through the nose and out the nose. Before we gently bring the hips back to the bolster if you're in your plow pose, and allow those legs to immediately extend flat. So coming to a bit of a back bend here. Nice gentle movements, and those arms can flow overhead, or maybe you keep them down by your side. But whatever pose you choose, remember this is your practice, your energy. We're going to hold it for a few final minutes. And finding some length, finding some peace. And when you're ready to move out, my loves, you're going to relax those hands back to the bolster, bend the knees to bring those legs slowly back in to your supported bridge. From here, we take a nice deep inhale. And on your exhale, press into the feet to lift the hip bones. And we're going to slide the bolster all the way underneath the knees, or you can take it a little bit further by sending them to rest underneath the feet, grabbing any blankets, any jumpers, any extra props that you'd like before you come to your final pose of Savasana. Letting that body rest heavy, tired, and relaxed into the sacred space of your mat. Not letting any worries, any negative emotions come in your sacred space. Imagine that you're surrounded by a circle of white light, protecting you, shielding you, and letting you harness the energy and the peace of this new moon phase. whenever that mind starts running away from you, just bring it back to your breath. As you feel every inhale, you feel every exhale. Maybe you can smell the incense burning, the smoke of the sage or the Palo Santo. Just aiming to keep yourselves in this present moment for a few more moments. From here, it's your choice, my loves. Maybe you decide to spend a little bit longer in your Savasana. If you do, just know that I'm sending so much love, so much healing, so much new moon blessings from my mat to yours. And I thank you for joining me today as we honor this new moon phase. Or if you're ready to come out, you're going to bend one knee, bend another, and slowly allow yourself to roll to one side of the mat, giving yourself a moment before bringing your body into a comfortable seated position, rolling back the shoulders, hands come into the lap. And we're just going to work through some final cleansing breaths, so taking 3 rounds of this using the power of 3. On your inhale, you draw the shoulders all the way up to the ears. Exhale, drop them down. 2 more times. We inhale and we exhale, drop them down. Final time, we inhale, exhale, drop them down. And then bow the chin into the chest, blinking these eyes open if they're closed. Taking a moment to send out your gratitude to yourself for coming to the mat, to others in this collective coven for their support and their healing energy. And as always, sending so much gratitude from me to you and thanking you for allowing me and trusting me with your practice. I hope this new moon brings you so much blessings, healing, positivity, all the things that you deserve and that you desire. And I look forward to seeing you on the mat again soon, my darlings. Blessed be. Hi, my loves. Thank you for joining me on the mat today for this restorative new moon flow. I hope you feel relaxed. I hope you feel magical. And as always, I thank you for joining me. But this flow is actually the first in a 2-part flow for the new moon. This is obviously the restorative yoga flow, and the next video is a quick 10-minute new moon prayer and meditation with a little bit of journaling prompts. So my darlings, you can head over to my channel on The Yogi Witch, where you can find this new flow. And once again, thanking you for joining me, my darlings, and I'll see you in the next video.